your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It is 2-0 Auburn as we go to the second inning, and Tennessee, there's a lot of question about whether or not the Volunteers would send Liam Doyle back to the mound after 25 pitches last night, and the answer to that is no. It will be Tegan Coons who is coming on for Tennessee to resume this game. Coons is 2-2, 11 appearances. He's made 7 starts this season, has an earned run average just under 4, 25 innings and 11 appearances, 27 hits allowed, 14 runs, 11 of them earned. He has walked 11, struck out 25. He's given up 3 doubles, 3 homers, and teams are hitting .262 against Tegan Coons. In SEC play, he's 0-2, 6 starts, 1 relief outing, a 4.66 ERA, 19 and a third innings, 22 hits, 10 earned runs, 9 walks and 17 punch-outs. His 3 homers allowed have all come in the league, and SEC hitters are batting .268 against Tegan Coons. He is a freshman out of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 6'3", 189, right-hander Tegan Coons, coming on a Pepper Tree pitching change, several hours in the making for Tennessee here in the top of the second.
Made his first relief appearance last weekend at LSU in an inning and a third, gave up 2 runs, both earned, suffered his second loss of the year in the series-ending loss to Kentucky here 2 weeks ago. First pitch is a strike to Eric Snow.
Now, Auburn loaded up its lineup with right-handed batters to face the lefty Doyle. So now it's a lot of righties against the righty Coons.
0-1 to Snow, misses outside, a ball and a strike. Eric, Auburn's second baseman today, batting .273, 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. Snow, Fabian, and Fralick for Auburn in the second. Wind in the pitch. Swing, line drive, right center field, base hit. Second baseman, Curley was deep in the outfield section, and it just lined it over his head out there.
Lefties hitting .273, righties .254, fastball in the mid-90s, a slider, a change, an occasional curveball as well for Coons. And I think Auburn's hitters could have some success in this ballpark trying to go the other way. We know it's shorter down the right field line and right center, even though with non-home run swings going the other way.
Runner goes from first. Pitch gets away from the catcher. It's a stolen base for Snow, who slid in head first. To the backstop, the ball goes. A stolen base for Snow, his second of the season. And the first pitch to Fabian was ball 1.
Auburn was alert. They were focused at the beginning of the game last night, as loud as I've seen the dugout this year, and they've come out looking good here to start the resumption.
Ball and no strikes to Fabian. The pitch. Derek out in front of the change. 76. And the count is even, a ball and a strike. Fralick to bat next. If anyone, Snow has gotten on, so we could see Bristol Carter, the number 9 hitter in this inning. 2-0 Auburn leads it. We're in the bottom of the second as Coons comes set. Here's the pitch. Fabian takes it low. 2 balls and a strike. A leadoff single for Eric Snow to right field. He stole second. The second swiped bag of the season, and he's at second with nobody down. 2 balls and a strike to Fabian. Coons off the stretch in the pitch. Fabian takes strike 2.
Took that off. Corner. Yeah, took the off-speed pitch there, so he's got him a little bit crossed up. But there you see with Snow stealing second immediately. First pitch. They didn't wait. That's what Auburn wants to do really all weekend long.
Good lead for Snow at second base. The stretch by Coons. Here is the pitch. Fabian swings and misses. A pitch that was down. 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring Chase Fralick to the plate.
Boy, Coons, he just used the speeds. He just mixed his speeds there. Change up, fastball, and that was it. Fabian was caught in between.
And here's a left-handed hitting Chase Fralick. Auburn freshman catcher batting .340 with 4 homers and 34 runs batted in. Snow will lead down at second base. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Drops in for a strike. Stretch. And the 0-1 to Fralick. It misses low. A ball and a strike on a fastball. 95 on that fastball from Tegan Coons.
Fralick, the leading hitter on the team, coming in with the 340 average. 34 RBIs and another one sitting at second.
Stretch and 1-1. Same pitch as pitch one. Off speed and in for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
That has been the formula from Coons. Slow it down, speed it up. If he stays with that formula, another fastball coming.
Lead by Snow at second. 1-2 to Fralick. Here comes the pitch. It misses low, 2-2.
It was another fastball. He has been low with the fastball. He's gotten more strikes with the off speed than he has the fastball this inning.
The pattern is expect off speed inside corner right here.
Correct.
They shade with the shortstop. They shade Fralick up the middle. Stretch by Coons in the pitch. Fralick to the first baseman. That'll get the runner to third. He'll flip to the pitcher, Coons, covering in time for the out. And Snow goes to third base on the play.
And it was an off-speed pitch inside corner.
Fralick got a piece of that one, at least got the runner to third base, 2 outs, and here's Bristol Carter. Another of Auburn's runners in the lineup today, batting .252. A couple homers, 10 runs batted in, 12 stolen bases.
With the third baseman back, even with 2 outs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give it a thought.
Full wind by Coons, the pitch. Carter takes it low, blocked by the catcher, Peebles. A leadoff single for Snow. He's now with third, 2 outs in the inning. Tigers lead 2-0. We're in the top half of the second. Coons, the wind and the pitch. Carter takes a fastball for strike 1.
Well, if they were thinking about doing any bunting there, they didn't show it on the first 2 pitches.
Wind in the 1-1. Just missed the outside corner.
Yep. Peebles tried to bring it back in, but they didn't give it to him.
Outfield play straight away with Carter at the plate. Infield back with 2 outs. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Two balls and 2 strikes now to Bristol Carter. There's the wind of the pitch. Strike 3 call right down the middle.
Yeah, can't take that.
A leadoff single for Auburn. No runs, a hit, no errors. A man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Auburn 2, Tennessee nothing. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse. Famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill, served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for a big city steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shig Parkway and Wire Road.
Bottom half of the second, Tennessee to the plate, Auburn 2, Tennessee nothing. Second inning brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains that runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently, all at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Hopefully the first of 2 today here in Knoxville. No Auburn softball today on the Plains. They have canceled that game with North Carolina State. They'll play the final game of that series tomorrow at 1 at Jane B. Moore Field. Auburn tennis hosting Wisconsin. That's women's tennis hosting Wisconsin at the Auburn Tennis Center. The winner moves on to the third round of the NCAA tournament. All right, Hunter Ensley will lead it off against Samuel Dutton. First pitch, swing, fly up and out of play off the right side.
Dutton needed 11 pitches to retire the side in order in the first.
Ensley, Bargo, and Clark for the balls here in the second. Dutton the wind and the pitch. Swing and another up on a play off the right side. 320 down the lines. 385 to left center. 365 to right center. 390 to center. The dimensions of Lindsey Nelson Stadium. 0-2 to Hunter Ensley.
And 320 right down the left field line where the wind is blowing out.
Wind to the pitch. Ensley up the middle. Backhand stab. Rembert throws to first. Low. Out. Scooped by Cooper McMurray for the first out of the second.
Well, they had Snow shaded near the middle anyway against the right-handed hitter. And so Eric only had to go a couple of steps to his right, fielded it right behind the bag, and then made the long throw. McMurray played the turf bounce like a veteran.
He was so good in that game at the Hoover Met Tuesday night, talking about Cooper McMurray.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah,
one out. Here's Dalton Bargo. Nicely played by Snow up the middle. Wind in the pitch. Missed up and out. 2-run homer last night in this game by Ike Irish. The difference so far. Long look in by Dutton. Pitch clock down to 6. Here's the pitch. Fastball a little bit up. 2 balls and no strikes to Bargo. Hitting .312, 11 homers and 30 runs batted in.
Almost half of his RBIs have come in league play. 4 of his 11 homers. He's one of 4 guys hitting above 300 in the league.
And that's ball 3 high and outside as the rain starts to fall here in Knoxville. Folks are scattering for very limited cover. 3 balls and no strikes to count to Bargo. Dutton the wind and the pitch. Right down the middle. Ball or strike 1. 3 balls and a strike now to Bargo. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second. Nobody on for the balls. 3-1 pitch. Bargo swings and misses. Came up empty on the changeup at 84.
And the Auburn infield goes into the shift.
Three balls and 2 strikes to count to Bargo. Here's the wind in the pitch. Bargo swings and misses. Fastball at 92. Came back from 3-1.
Wow.
To get his second strikeout of the game.
One of the most consistent hitters on this really good hitting Tennessee team, and Dutton fell behind 3-0 and came back to get him. He just never relented and never threw him anything right over the heart of the plate either.
Second strikeout for Dutton. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Here's Levi Clark, the DH. Right-handed hitter with 2 outs and nobody on. Dutton winds and fires, and there's a swing on a line drive into deep left field. Back is Bristol Carter. On a sinking liner, he makes the catch. And Tennessee retired in order again in the second. Auburn 2, Tennessee nothing. Stay tuned, friends. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Top of the order for Auburn in the third. It will be Rembert, Ballou, and Irish for Auburn to face Tegan Coons. 18 pitches for Coons in his first inning of work. The top half of the second gave up the leadoff single to Snow, but then struck out Fabian. Got the tap out to the right side by Freilich and struck out Carter.
Both of Auburn's hits in this game have been opposite field. Irish's homer and Snow's single.
Rembert a strikeout to open the game last night against Liam Doyle. It was one of the 2 strikeouts for Doyle, who gave up 2 runs, both earned on a hit and 1 inning of work, a walk and 2 strikeouts. He threw 24 pitches last night. And here is Rembert to lead off the Auburn third, and the first pitch misses down and away for ball 1.
Coons in the second just mixed his speeds very well. It was slow, fast in sequence.
Ball and no strikes to Rembert. Coons back on top of the rubber. Here's the wind and the pitch. Rembert fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Auburn DH.
Fastball at 91.
You saw him hit 95 with that fastball last inning. 1-1. But third base side. It's going to be a tough play. Third baseman fields and doesn't even throw it.
Yeah, Marin has been playing back, and on this surface with the rain, what a smart play. Make the defender run a long way, wet turf, try to make a play, maybe on a run, and Rembert couldn't execute that bunt a whole lot better than he did.
Nicely played by Rembert. When it got past Coons, the pitcher, you knew that he was going to be safe at first. And smart by Marin just to pick it up and give it back to the pitcher. Big lead for Rembert at first. Stretch by Coons and a throw over. And the runner is back. Tennessee has 3 pickoffs this season. None by Coons and another throw over. And again, Rembert dives back safely. Rain is falling here in Knoxville.
He's given up 22 hits. Teams are 6 of 6 stealing against Coons.
Another throw over. No tag applied by Fisher at first as Cade Ballou awaits his first pitch.
Third baseman is even with the bag and way off the line against the lefty.
Off the stretch. Here is the pitch. Ballou takes it off the inside edge. Off speed pitch. 1 ball and no strikes to count.
Cade doesn't mind getting up there right up on top of the plate either. He's worn more pitches than anybody else in the lineup for Auburn.
Walked on 4 pitches in the first inning last night and scored on the homer by Irish. Another throw to first, and Rembert is back.
Does the rain increase or decrease or change at all the likelihood of running?
I don't think it affects Auburn's intent to run. Let's put it that way. Pitch. Ballou takes a strike. 1-1. Off speed at 76. We saw Eric Snow go on the first pitch after his leadoff single in the second. Now, it wasn't raining at that point.
Right.
It is now. Rembert with a lead, a ball and a strike to Ballou. Throw over again. Rembert's not getting a big lead over there.
Not since the first throw over.
Yeah.
No, it's been a little more conservative.
Cade is 4 for 7. Chris is 4 for 7 in the stolen base department. Stretch. And the runner goes. Good jump. Throw to second base. It's not in time. It sails into center field. Rembert will stay at second base.
That was the first fastball in 3 that he's thrown to Ballou. It was way outside and a little up, and Rembert has Auburn's second stolen base of the game.
2 balls and a strike now to Ballou.
Got a great jump.
5th stolen base for Rembert. He's at second. 2 balls and a strike to count to Ballou. Right-hander Coons to the left-handed hitting Cade Ballou. Big lead for Rembert at second base. Stretch. Here comes the pitch. Ballou shows bunt to the third baseman. Fields. He throws to first. He's safe at first, and Rembert goes to third. Back-to-back bunt singles for the Tigers. The third baseman, Brad Marin, came in, fielded with his glove and threw to first, and Ballou, with very good speed, beat it out.
Nowhere close. Again, you take advantage of the wet turf. You make the other team do something that's not routine.
And here is Irish with runners at the corners. Nobody out in the third. Auburn looking to add to a 2-0 lead. Infield back. They'll give up a run for a double play. Coons comes set. Here's the pitch. Ike swings at the off-speed pitch and came up empty. He was trying to pull that one to the train tracks out there in right field. Literally, there are train tracks beyond right field here. Runners at the corners, nobody out. 0-1 the count to Irish. Throw to first. Ballou is back. He is obviously a threat to run with 11 stolen bases this year. You do that, you stay out of the double play ball.
Could have a little hit and run as well.
All kinds of options with Irish at the plate and these runners at the corners. Stretch. Runner goes. Good. Jump. Pitch. Pitch is low. Throw to second base. Not in time. He came off the bag.
Uh-oh.
And now Ballou is hung up between second and third. They throw home, and he's out. Auburn may ask to review that one. Ballou slid completely off the bag at second base. Rembert then broke from third, came in, and was tagged out at the plate. Oh, done it. Ballou, by the way, did get to third on the play. So Rembert out at the plate. Ballou to third on the play. A ball and a strike now to Irish. Coons the wind and the pitch. Ike takes strike two. Boy, the entire inning complexion changed on that play, didn't it?
It sure could, yeah. If Auburn's not able to recover, Kay just slid straight past, and he slid over it 2 feet.
Yeah, wasn't close. He does get his 12th stolen base. 1-2 to Irish. Reaches out and spoils a pretty good pitch and fouls it off the screen. 6-2 on the put out at the plate. Ballou went to third on that play at the plate. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Irish. Here's the wind of the pitch to Ike. Line drive, base hit to left, and Ballou scores. And it's a 3-0 game, and Irish has driven in all 3 runs. On a 1-2 pitch, just went the opposite way. And for Ike, his 40th RBI of the season.
And I think that's his 196th hit at Auburn, too.
Well, what might have been with
2
runners on there, huh?
True, but you do get another base hit against Coons. You get more pitches out of him. You get McMurray an opportunity to do some damage.
McMurray, a strikeout victim against Doyle last night in the first. Irish goes. Pitch is outside. Throw to second base. Not in time, and he stays on the bag somehow. Auburn's got to start its slides quicker.
Much earlier.
And I don't know if it's the slick turf or just this turf.
Yeah. Well, it's wet, and I think the rain certainly plays a factor in that too. You're sliding on a slip and slide out there.
Yeah. That's Auburn's 3rd stolen base of the inning, the 5th of the year for Irish. He's at second. 1 ball and no strikes now to McMurray. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Cooper takes it low, off-speed delivery. 2 balls and no strikes.
Now, this was an area of weakness for Tennessee that Kentucky exploited. Other teams have exploited, and Butch Thompson made no bones about the fact that Auburn wanted to run the bases here this weekend.
2 balls and no strikes to McMurray. The pitch to Cooper. There's a strike on the off-speed delivery. 2-1. Irish is 2 for 2. He's homered. He's singled. He's driven home 3. He has a stolen base. He's at second with 1 out. Auburn has added a run here in the third. The Tigers lead 3-0. Coons off the stretch. And the pitch. McMurray takes it outside as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. 3-1 to McMurray. Coons off the stretch, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Cooper swings and flies one into shallow center. Ensley is in a few steps, makes the catch. Irish does not tag. Back to the bag. He reached for that one just a little bit.
Yep.
And there's 2 outs.
It's so tempting for the left-handed hitters with the dimensions in right center and right field to try to pull, and that's why you've seen Auburn have so much success going the other way, both lefties and righties so far here in this game.
3-0 Tigers lead, a runner at second, 2 outs, and here's Guevara. 0 for 1 on the in the game. Good lead for Irish down at second base. Now he shortens it up just a bit. The pitch. Eric takes a strike on the outside corner. Looks like the rain has lightened a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Irish at second, stretching the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Guevara. Righty on righty matchup right here. Bunt singles by Rembert and Ballou. Rembert stole second. Ballou then stole second, but slid off the bag. Rembert tried to score on the play, and he was thrown out. Ballou scored as Irish goes. Swing and a miss by Guevara. The inning comes to a close. A run on 3 hits, no errors, a man left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the third. Auburn 3, Tennessee nothing. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Football season is coming soon. The Tigers return Friday, August 29th at Baylor.
He got blindsided by Calvert. Reed in trouble. Reed goes down. DeMarcus Riddick.
This is your exclusive home for Auburn football, the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. If you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
Bottom third of the order for Tennessee in the third inning. Auburn on top 3-0 in Knoxville in game 1. Third inning today, presented by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. Along with Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham. Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn studios. One other SEC game underway, LSU and Texas A&M. Well, they say they're underway. They're in the top of, they're supposed to be in the top of the first in Baton Rouge. Don't think that game has begun yet.
Okay.
Nope. According to the live stats, it has not.
They're playing 2 today. They weren't able to get in anything last night. The pictures and videos coming out of College Station were even more ferocious than the weather we had here.
By the way, Arkansas gives Texas its first series loss of the season. It's taken the first 2 games of that series in Fayetteville. Game 3 today at 3 o'clock. All the other action after. Alabama at Vanderbilt, Kentucky at Mississippi State. That's a doubleheader.
Yep.
Florida at South Carolina. Florida leads the series 1-0. Ole Miss at Arkansas, Oklahoma on top in that series.
They've still got 3 hours to go before they get underway with LSU and Texas A&M.
Okay.
Yep.
Here is Reese Chapman, the right fielder. First pitch to him. From Dutton, outside, ball 1. 21 pitches through the first 2 innings for Dutton. Chapman hitting .305, 10 homers, 40 runs batted in. The pitch. Swing, line drive, center field. That is Cade Ballou territory. Ball was hit hard. The last 2 balls that Tennessee has hit have been really hard, but to the Auburn outfield. The final out in the second to Carter in left, and that one to right center for Ballou.
Some of the backspin and the wind, you could see the ball as it rose and then got out into the outfield, kind of slowed that momentum down, and Ballou played it well.
Here's the catcher, Cannon Peebles. First pitch, maybe a little bit out. hitting .224, but he has 9 homers and 30 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the righty, Samuel Dutton, winding the pitch. Line drive, foul up the right side off the screen.
This guy's been on a tear offensively of late. 5 of his 9 homers have come in league play, and he hit 2 in their midweek win this week.
The ball to end a strike to Peebles. 1 out, nobody on for Tennessee in the third. The pitch. Bounced up there. 2 balls and a strike to Peebles. Fralick behind the plate in this resumption of game 1 today. Dutton a long look in, gets his sign. Pitch clock at 6, the pitch. High and outside. 3-1 to Peebles. Continues to rain here in Knoxville.
It is a light but steady rain. Yep. Doesn't look like a break on the radar for a while either.
Samuel Dutton, the wind, and the 3-1 to Peebles. Lifts it left side, foul ground. And it hits the wall down there. No chance for Guevara to get there or Carter from left. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Couple strikeouts so far for Dutton. Matter of fact, he has struck out the second man in each of the first 2 innings. Full count pitch, Dutton to Peebles. Here it is. And he lifts it up out of play. Had a good swing at that and fouled it off the left side.
Had to just throw the fastball by him. Peebles, to his credit, stayed alive on it.
92 on that fastball from Dutton.
Sam making sure to wipe off the baseball, trying to keep it dry, keep the hands dry in this steady rain.
Full count. Again. Winding the pitch. Strike 3, call. And for the 3rd straight inning, he strikes out the second batter of the inning.
He threw him another fastball, and I think Peebles was caught expecting something else.
Really good location as well as he kept it down. 3rd strikeout of the day for Dutton. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
That has been the name of the game all year for Sam. He has just been so consistent with his location.
Here's Manny Marin, the 3rd baseman. Batting .278, right-handed hitter. Couple homers, 13 runs batted in. Wind and the pitch. Marin chops it at the plate, foul off of his foot. With the right-handed hit up there, 2 outs. Auburn with a modified shift to the left side. Almost a modified shift. Snow is playing pretty well up the middle. And McMurray was cheated up a little bit at first base on that pitch.
Yeah, they did something similar when Inslee was at the plate and resulted in a ground out that otherwise would have been a base hit up the middle.
2 outs and nobody on for the balls in the 3rd. The pitch right down the middle. Fastball at 91 for strike 2. 91, 92, 93. That's about where the fastball is for Samuel Dutton.
Fastball. Do you go to that well again or you spin something? We'll see.
Wind and delivery. Fastball, strike 3. 3 straight fastballs. He strikes out 2 in the inning. That gives him 4 in the game. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 3 up, 3 down for Tennessee. We're through 3. Auburn 3, Tennessee nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
The peace lily is so last year. Hey, has anyone worked with Fiddlenecks?
Shelby's popular flower shop is in full bloom.
We just got a request for an arrangement that evokes air. Who's up for that challenge? No?
She needs to hire a floral designer to nip foliage faux pas in the bud.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
3-0 Auburn leads as the Tigers come to the plate in the top of the fourth. This is a resumption of game one. After a half inning last night, rain halted that one. We resumed it this morning, and we moved to the top of the fourth with Snow, Fabian, and Fralick coming to the plate against Tegan Coons. And to take you through the middle three, here's Brad Law.
Thank you, Andy. Snow bats in the rain to get it started here in the fourth. Auburn with 3 runs, 5 hits. Tigers have stranded 2. Auburn has stolen 4 bases today. Ike Irish has driven in 3. All 3. Snow with a single and a stolen base in the second. Coons at 38 pitches through 2 innings of work, and he spent a little extra time looking at the area or looking at the mound.
They brought some of the Diamond Dry out as well, so
Yep.
he was a little late even starting his warm-up tosses as the grounds crew here worked on the mound in between innings.
Tigers have done a nice job against him here these first couple of innings. 2 bunt singles in the rain.
4
and then
stolen
2
bases.
opposite field
Yeah,
singles.
4 stolen bases.
Yeah.
Auburn had 3 alone in the third.
Let's see if the Tennessee infield plays any differently. Snow's single in the second. The second baseman with a turf field, Curley, is playing back significantly. He's in shallow right field. Snow is still able to lift it over his head. And he swings at the first pitch here, drives one to center. Inslee goes back, now settles to his left out in right center field and puts it away. Snow goes after the first pitch, and he's out number 1.
I am interested in the fact that Marin continues to play rather deep at third base, and that's after Auburn had back-to-back bunt singles by Rembrandt and Ballou to open the third. And he's playing deep again.
Derek Fabian is the hitter. He's got good speed. Would he consider dropping a bunt down? Pitch. Yeah, he shows it. Pulls the bat back and takes a strike. 0-1. Fabian squared, but then pulled it back. Third baseman up just a little. He's not quite even with the bag. Pitch to Fabian. Is a fastball that's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans don't like it, but it was low.
Yeah, Tennessee fans thought that Auburn got that call in the bottom half of the last inning for a couple strike threes.
Fabian 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1 of his 5 long balls in SEC play. Takes a breaking ball down and away. 2-1.
That came last weekend. Hit it off the video board in that 12-7 game 2 loss.
He's hit a lot of balls hard, especially the last 2-3 series.
Sure
He's
has.
pitch. Fastball. He gets that call that time, and it's 2-2. Looks like pretty close to the same spot. People's moved a bit up, but that's all right. Counts even 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the fourth, the pitch. Off speed and misses outside and low. And the count's full to Fabian. This inning, it's been the fastball that Coons has thrown for strikes. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third for the Tigers. They lead 3-0. The right-hander works against the right-hander, the payoff pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. Fabian draws a 1-out walk. He worked away with the breaking ball and then tried to get the inside corner with a heater to no avail. Fabian is at first. He has 8 stolen bases this year, none in conference play.
That's about to change.
I would expect a throw over.
Agree. I think Auburn will attempt.
As Chase Fralick
and
steps in.
And would we maybe see Tennessee pitch out? We've not seen that yet.
That's true. They throw to first. And Fabian's back with a head first slide. Right-hander Coons straightens up. He pitches. And it's a strike to Fralick, 0-1. Fastball popped the mid at 92. He's not as lively with a fastball here as he works his third inning and with the rain. Fabian again gets his lead. Here's the pitch. There goes Derek. And the pitch is fouled away at the plate. Fabian started his slide about 45 feet in.
Yeah. And he had the base stolen,
He
too.
sure did. Well, Coons has a deliberate knee lift plan. I mean, his time to the plate is slow.
Yeah, he's slow, relatively slow to the plate.
Fabian again gets his lead. Will they throw? Yep. Throw over again. Fabian back. Count 0-2 on Chase Fralick. 1 out, 1 on, top of the 4th. Tigers 3 balls, nothing.
Big lead.
Throw to first. This time Fabian back standing. You really don't need to move until he lifts the leg, but once he lifts that leg, green light. Stretched by the Tennessee right-hander. And the pitch. Fralick swings and fouls it off to the left. Fabian not going on that pitch. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Fralick deep in the batter's box, the freshman from Peachtree City. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him from Coons. Nope, instead a throw to first. And again, Fralick is back. Volunteers want to keep that double play in order. Auburn 3 for 8 with runners on base so far in the game. There goes Fabian. The pitch is a ball. The throw to second is in time. They got him. First time Fabian's been caught stealing this season. Pitch was a fastball outside for ball 1, and then Peebles throws out Fabian trying to steal. Bases clear, 2 out. That is the 5th batter, or 5th runner. Pitch misses low to Fralick. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is the 5th runner in 31 attempts that he has thrown out this year.
And that will not stop Auburn from running more.
No, breaking ball swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Fralick down on strikes. They throw to first to get the out, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 1 out, walk erased, and the inning is over. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Still Auburn 3, Tennessee nothing. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. The Talking Tigers podcast is a series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn Baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
Tigers take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th inning. Samuel Dutton will see the Tennessee top of the order for the 2nd time. Dutton's last start against Mississippi State, he gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings, and he tied his career high with 9 strikeouts. The first time through the order today against Tennessee, 4 strikeouts.
3 of those looking.
Yep. Including Curley, who's the second man to bat here in the 4th. Keelan, Curley, and Fisher for Tennessee. Keelan lined out to first to get things started here today. Right on top of the plate, big left-handed hitter swings at a breaking ball and is very early and fouls it off to the right, 0-1. They are going up there looking to flex their muscle. Dutton looks home, short wind, plants and fires, and sails a breaking ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keelan just under 333 in league play. Dutton delivers. And Keelan pops it back and out of play. 1-2. Fouls it back into the construction area. And it is. This is a full-scale construction zone here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. The pitch. Breaking ball, lifted left side, foul territory. Carter chases after it, but it lands in or on the cement concourse area. That just used to be an open space where they would bring the equipment in to take care of the field. Kind of an entrance point. Not anymore. Still a ball, 2 strikes. Dutton looks over his glove, now to the plate. Fastball outside, 2-2 to Keelan.
That's where you watched Bobby Pierce hit his home run here a couple years ago.
And Kason Howells doubled. It got the inning started and all the action that inning. Yeah. Jason Caldwell and I standing down there. Here's the pitch. Fastball, that's lifted in the air, left field. Carter sprinting near the line, in foul ground, reaches up and makes the catch. By the time you get into the corner, there's not a whole lot of foul territory. There might be 7-8 feet out there, and right in the middle of that foul ground, Carter put it away for the first out. Had to run a long way on the wet turf.
From about each base, first and third down, the foul territory diminishes as you get into the corner. Probably in the corner, 15 feet of foul ground?
If that much.
Yeah.
Once you get into the very corner, it might be 8 to 10.
Okay.
Here's,
I stand corrected.
Well, I'll go measure it later. Here's Curley. First pitch to him is low, ball 1.
Oh, that reminds me of the Rod Bramblett Clemson story.
Yeah, where he walked it off.
With Jack Leggett watching him.
Clicked off the steps.
Yeah, he did.
Right-handed hitting Curley struck out his first time. He takes an off-speed pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Dutton using the outside corner well against Curley.
Rod was convinced that the measurements on the outfield wall to Clemson were incorrect.
So he just decided to walk it off himself.
He did.
Pitch. Fastball, missed the inside corner, 2-1.
He had a fast food sack of something that he put on the third base bag, and from third base he walked out with Jack Leggett, the Clemson coach, watching him all the way out to the outfield wall. He was still convinced that the measurement was wrong.
Pitch. On the outside corner, 2-2. Beautiful pitch by Dutton. Just beautiful. Fastball 91.
Everyone agrees.
Yes, clearly. 2-2 the count. If he goes after him with a fastball again or pitch. He missed low and outside, and the count is full. Three of Curley's 11 homers have come in the league. 13 of his 35 RBIs. Payoff pitch to him. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Slider outside corner, and Dutton just using the paintbrush right now. 2 up, 2 down in the 4th. And now here's Andrew Fisher. Fisher rolled out to first base. He rolled over the top of an off-speed pitch in his first at bat. He leads this Tennessee team in conference games only with 7 home runs. Leads the team altogether with 16. Shift is on against him. Left side of the diamond, wide open. He takes a first pitch strike on the inside corner. Well, that glove side, whether it's the fastball or the slider, Dutton is getting the corner. 0-1. Now time called, and a new baseball for Dutton. I thought for a second there Ben Levin was pointing to his wrist for a pitch clock violation. 0-1. Ground ball weakly out to second. Scooping is Snow, throws to first, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Dutton and the Tigers. Nothing doing for the Volunteers in the 4th. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders are proud to provide first aid care at Plainsman Park and at every Auburn Athletics home event. 3-0. Auburn leads through 4 in Knoxville. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy saving. Carrier, turn to the experts.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalry. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
For more Auburn baseball to get better seeds.
We move along to the 5th inning here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Auburn will have the 9-1 and 2 hitters up here against Tegan Coons, who goes into his 4th inning of work today. Liam Doyle did not return. He's not even in uniform today for Tennessee. It's been Tegan Coons, who has been a starter in league play since the game resumed last week against LSU. An inning and a third, 2 runs on 4 hits. The week before that against Kentucky, he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in an inning and 2/3. Got to go all the way back to March 30th to find the last time he went more than 3 innings in a game. First pitch to Bristol Carter, misses low for ball 1. He has gone 3 innings today. He's given up a run on 4 hits, including 2 bunt singles. And with Carter at the plate, the third baseman, Marin, comes in from third. And there's Carter swinging and fouling it off the end of the bat. 1-1 the count. Marin backs up now to the edge of the brown turf. Pitch to Carter. Breaking ball. Foul down the third base line. A little bit out in front of the curve.
Breaking, and it hung just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Went up for it, tried to chop it down the line, but just missed foul.
Carter looked at a third strike to end the second. Up there trying to get things started. Rembert on deck. There's a swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 3. So Carter down on strikes for a second time. Back to the top of the order, and Chris Rembert. Rembert struck out against Doyle last night and then bunted for a base hit against Coons in the 3rd inning. For Coons, his 5th strikeout. Pitch to Rembert. High strike call, 0-1.
And the third baseman, Marin, now up.
In again, yep. Line by Coons, pitch to Rembert. Fastball up, swung on and missed.
93.
Getting a little of that velocity back. When the rain started, the velocity dipped. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Another fastball. 93 again. Rembert down on strikes. That's strikeout number 6 for Coons. Doyle struck out 2 last night. That's 8 strikeouts for Auburn hitters through the first 4 2/3. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Cade Ballou. Auburn's not been retired in a traditional 1-2-3 inning yet. Pitch to Cade. Breaking ball outside edge, strike 1. A lot of strikes here from Coons here in the 5th inning. Tigers lead 3-0. Ballou with a bunt single last time up. Pitch. Curveball way out in front, 0-2. Coons has been calling the shots here in this half inning. And Ballou steps out. Gets a little bit of the spray put on his hands, help him grip the bat better. Don't want the instances like last night when Eric Guevara hurled his bat into the Auburn dugout.
Also breaks up the rhythm.
Mm-hmm. Ballou back in there. And the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, weakly hit on the right side on the ground, fielded by the pitcher Coons. Crosses to first for the out. That's a dominant inning there from the Tennessee pitcher. 3 up, 3 down, go the Tigers with a couple of strikeouts in the fifth. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Auburn 3, Tennessee nothing in the series opener. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
Auburn 3, Tennessee nothing. Middle third of the order due up for the Volunteers in the fifth against Samuel Dutton, Inslee, Bargo, and Clark. 3-0. Auburn. Fifth inning presented by Wind Creek Casinos. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. Play the hottest games and win fabulous rewards at Wind Creek Casinos and also on the Casinoverse app. Inslee grounded to second his first time. Sam Dutton, 47 pitches through the first 4 innings. He's been efficient. And that's with 4 3-ball counts. Every full count that he's gone to this point, he's finished with a strikeout. 5 punch-outs for the senior right-hander. Cleanup man Inslee stands in there to start the fifth, and the first pitch is fouled back to the screen. A high fastball up and in. Inslee went after it. It's 0-1. See if he sets up the slider down and away. Inslee, tall, strong, right-handed hitter. Pitch to him. Called strike on the outside corner. He did go to the slider. Up and in with a fastball. Outside corner at the knees with a slider, and it's 0-2. Dutton looks home and delivers. Slider didn't get the outside corner that time. It was a little low, maybe. Freilich tried to bring it up. 1-2 the count. Auburn with 2 in the first and 1 in the third. 3 runs on 5 hits. Pitch. Fastball didn't get the low strike that time, and it's 2-2. Very light rain continues to fall. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball. Put him away. Strikeout number 6 for Dutton. No argument about that. That was right through there. 1 away in the fifth.
5 of the 6 strikeouts backward Ks. Looking, not swinging.
Most of the fans who are here, and it's nowhere near a full house with the different schedule and with the rain. Most of the fans here in orange ponchos. Now here's Dalton Bargo, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. First pitch, tardy on the fastball, a swing and a miss, 0-1.
Good news to report from Columbus, Ohio. Auburn men's tennis wins its first round of the NCAA tournament, a 4-love win against Belmont.
Excellent. They went indoors for that one. It's raining up in Columbus. Here's the pitch. Fastball, Steve, right 2.
Auburn gets the winner of Ohio State and Buffalo. So the Buckeyes tomorrow. That match about to begin.
Feel pretty safe in assuming
I do,
that?
yeah.
I would too.
The men's tennis expert that I am.
Yeah. 0-2 to Dalton Bargo. Wind in the delivery. Outside with a fastball, and it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Auburn 3, Tennessee nothing. Pitch. Breaking ball, that's lined into right field, and Tennessee has its first base runner, its first hit of the ball game on a 1-2 pitch. Bargo took a breaking ball and pulled it into right center field. So the Vols have their first hit.
Good job of hitting by Bargo on a 1-2 pitch.
Yep.
Went down and lined it into right. And a nice job by Irish. That was close to getting into the gap into the wall.
Yep.
I got there, quickly got the ball back to the infield and kept Bargo to first base.
Dutton retired the first 13 that he faced. Now Bargo at first and Levi Clark the hitter. And does Tennessee want to do any running?
Bargo 3 out of 4 this season.
1 for 1 in the league. They're not a heavy running team. Pitch. Missed outside to Clark, 1-0. Designated hitter Clark flied to left his first time. Tennessee trying to wrestle away some momentum. They throw to first. Dutton with a pretty good move. And Bargo is back with a head first slide. Dutton climbs back on top of the rubber. They reset the pitch clock. Runner at first, pitch to Clark. Missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Slider went after the outside corner. Instead, now it's 2-0 to Clark. He is 2 for 21 in league play. Bends his knees in the right-handed batter's box. Pitch from Dutton. Fastball strike at the knees. And it's 2-1.
Clark
didn't
looks
think so,
at the home plate umpire and shakes his head walking away.
Yeah.
That will make an impact.
Ben Levin giving him some rope for now. 2 balls, 1 strike to Clark. The pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. And Clark asks for the spray. Tighten the grip up on the bat. He's not in any hurry about it either. After getting the fastball call, it's been mostly fastball slider from Dutton. We haven't seen a lot of straight curveballs from Sam today.
I might throw something off outside right here.
Clark's hands significantly sticky enough. Now he's back in the box. Runner at first, 1 down. Bargo gets his lead. 3-0 Tigers. 5th inning. Dutton comes set. He fires. Runner, bluff going, and the pitch just missed. Oh, my. Very close, and the count's full 3-2. Ooh. That fastball looked like it had the corner. But now here we go. Every full count, Dutton is finished with a strikeout. The pitch. Pop foul back this way, up and over us, into the construction zone. Literally, you walk out the door from our booth, and it is an active construction zone. All right, let's do it again. 3-2 the count, 1 out. Clark steps in there. Dutton ready. The right-hander fires, and it's fouled back. Clark hanging in. Dutton well over 60 pitches. Six strikeouts, no walks. And he just gave up his first base runner, a base hit by Bargo. Tigers on top 3-0. 3-5-0 the line for Auburn. 0-1-0 the line for Tennessee. Off the right side of the rubber, Dutton ready again. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Elevated a fastball.
Strikeout number 7 for Dutton. K-counter presented by Kia of Auburn. where you're always number one and a big second out. 7+ strikeouts in 7 of his 12 starts this year. 2 away for Reese Chapman, the right fielder. Chapman has hit 5 homers in SEC play, half of his season total. He flew to center his first time. He goes after the first pitch and flies it to shallow left. Back goes Guevara. He gives way to Carter, who calls him off, makes the catch in foul territory, and Chapman is retired for the 3rd out. And the 1-out single does no harm. No runs on the hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Through 5 in Knoxville. Auburn still on top 3-0. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn leads Tennessee 3-0 as we move to the 6th inning here in Knoxville with the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. I'm Brad Law. Light rain continues to fall. If it doesn't get any heavier than this, we'll get into today, according to the forecast anyway, because the forecast is calling for things to clear at around 2 or 3 Eastern and not start back up until almost 7 o'clock. So that's the plan anyway. Game 1, after it finishes, 30 minutes, and then game 2. Cam Tilley scheduled to get to start for the Tigers. Here in the 6th, it'll be Irish, McMurray, and Guevara. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Mike Irish has driven in all 3 runs, a 2-run homer last night, an RBI single in the 3rd inning today. Tegan Coons had his best inning in the 5th. So Auburn will try to get to him again here in the 6th. Irish is 2 for 2. And in his last 4 SEC road games, he's now 7 for 13 with 5 homers and 9 RBIs. This guy loves playing on the road in the SEC.
Unbelievable. Unreal numbers.
Just, yeah. So he's 2 for 2 and brings his league average up above 380. Among the tops in the league. A little longer delay. Again, they brought out some of the Diamond Dry to take care of the only non-artificial surface in the ballpark, the mound. First pitch to Irish is a high strike call. It's 0-1. Coons at 62 pitches. Freshman right-hander deals. And misses low and outside with a breaking ball. 1-1 to Irish. Stole his 7th base of the year back in the 3rd inning. Wind in the pitch. Breaking ball, that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Coons has gotten ahead of the majority of the hitters in the last couple of innings. It's allowed him to stymie things. Hasn't given up a hit since the 3rd. We're now in the top of the 6th. Pitch. Breaking ball. Got a piece. Boy, just got a piece of it. A couple of hitters the last 2 innings have chased the breaking ball down. Coons looks home. Rain falls a little harder. And Irish takes it outside and a little high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coons went 4 innings against South Carolina March 30th. The week before that at Alabama went 4 1/3. Those are his 2 longest outings of the year. 1 out here in the 6th would match his longest. The pitch. It bounced up there, bounced on top of the plate. Irish took it for ball 3. Full count. First 3-ball count since he walked Fabian in the 4th. Last time when the rain picked up to this level, he had a little trouble with the fastball. Here's the pitch to Irish. Breaking ball, chopped right side. First baseman comes over in gloves. Underhand toss. Close play, but Coons gets to the bag in time to beat the surging Irish for the first out. Swung early and over the top of a breaking ball. And Irish is retired for the first time in the game. Now here's Cooper McMurray. Cooper's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly to center. 5 in a row retired by Coons. And 8 of the last 9. McMurray swings at the pitch and drives it down the line in right. It is deep. It is gone. It is a first pitch home run for Cooper McMurray, his 10th of the season.
A titanic blast.
Oh, he
that
unloaded.
Cleared the back of the bullpen in right. The only question was, would it stay fair?
And it did, and Auburn increases its lead. The Tigers are now on top 4-0. Second home run in as many weekends for Cooper McMurray. Nine hits in his last 5 games. And here's Eric Guevara. He takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Pitch. Guevara swings, fouls it off to the right side. He's quickly in a hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Cooper McMurray, with that home run, becomes the 4th player in Auburn history to hit 10 or more home runs in 3 straight seasons. Pitch. Missed outside, couldn't get him to chase, and now it's 1-2. Four 4-0 Tigers, top of the 6th. The pitch to Guevara. Breaking ball, popped up right side, foul ground. First baseman Fisher over. He will run out of room. It's into the seats, and we'll do it again. Still a ball, 2 strikes to Auburn's third baseman. Guevara has popped out to first, and he has struck out.
Can you name the other 3 that have gone back-to-back-to-back double-digit home runs?
Ooh. 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball, right side. First baseman backs up, gloves at chest high, throws to first for the out. Let me think about it. Oh, no, that's not the third out. Thought I could buy myself a little more time. That's out number 2. Here comes Eric Snow.
All right, here's
How recent are we talking?
Here's your one clue. All since 96. 2 of them were teammates.
Tim Hudson.
No. Tim only played 2 years at
I
Auburn.
only played 2. Okay.
Wow. And that may be it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, he faced the order twice. Snow would be the first to get a look at him, but looks like Tegan Kuhn's afternoon has come to a close. Tennessee is going to make a Pepper Tree pitching change here with Auburn on top 4-0 in the top of the 6th. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery. Online, steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. Tennessee making the call. They've made a Pepper Tree pitching change.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts,
50.
No matter what fabulous means to you, we'll find the people. Win 6%. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Pepper Tree pitching change for Tennessee, number 50, Tanner Franklin, junior right-hander, 6'5", 225 from Jefferson City, Tennessee, and a transfer from Kennesaw State. Franklin 1-1 on the year, a 4.23 earned run average. This will be his 18th relief appearance with 2 saves. 27 and 2/3 innings, 14 runs, 13 earned on 28 hits, 40 strikeouts, just 5 walks, 4 homers, 267 the average. In the SEC, Franklin 1-0, a 5.62 earned run average. This will be his 12th league appearance. One of his saves came in league play. 11 runs in the SEC, 10 earned on 21 hits, 16 innings of work, 20 strikeouts, 4 of his 5 walks in the league, 2 homers, and opponents hitting .328 against Tanner Franklin. Really nice job, I thought, by Coons coming in to pitch from the second inning on for Tennessee today. 4 2/3 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits. He struck out 6, walked 1, gave up a homer through 74 pitches, 49 for strikes.
So now it's Tanner Franklin with 2 outs, and the base is clear. And Eric Snow, who got a hit to greet Coons. He's getting a good look at Franklin. The rest of the action in the SEC all starting later. Arkansas goes for a series sweep of top-ranked Texas. LSU and Texas A&M are playing 2 today, starting at 2 o'clock Central in College Station. Kentucky and Mississippi State are playing 2, starting at 2 o'clock Central in Starkville. Vanderbilt run-ruled Alabama last night. They'll play again today at 2 o'clock in Nashville. Some of the other scores coming up on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Snow steps in. Franklin's first pitch is looped foul back fastball, and 0-1 to count.
All right, here are the other 3 with double-digit home runs in 3 straight seasons.
Did any of them play on the 2010 team?
2 of them.
Okay. Hunter Morris.
Yes,
Okay.
that's one.
The 0-1 pitch. Missed down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The first, Brian Fletcher.
Correct.
Pitch. Fly ball center field. In comes Inslee. He's got it. And that's out number 3. All right.
The first to do it when he left Auburn was Auburn's all-time home run leader, Josh Etheridge.
Should have picked up on that. Really overthought it.
Yeah.
Well, the homer for Cooper McMurray, his 10th of the season. He joins that club as the only Tigers to hit 10 or more homers in 3 straight seasons. He pads Auburn's lead. It's 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Glad to have you with us on the Auburn Sports Network. However, you are tuning in to hear this, still morning, back home. Almost 1 Eastern, almost 12 Central. Tigers lead Tennessee 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Peebles, Marin, and Keelan, 8, 9, and 1 hitters against Samuel Dutton. Sammy's been absolutely terrific again today. 1 hit allowed through 5 innings. He's thrown 65 pitches through the first 5 frames, given up 1 hit, no walks, 7 strikeouts. He's faced just 1 over the minimum as the 8, 9, 1 hitters are set to come to the plate. He struck out Peebles looking. He struck out Marin looking. Their first time to see him. They brought out some Diamond Dry and did some work around the mound again here in between innings. The rain continues to fall.
Replace the apparatus that they use to clean off their spikes.
Okay.
They nail in a piece of plastic where they can clean off their spikes, and they replace that during this inning.
So here we go in inning number 6. Left-handed hitting catcher, Peebles. Crowd that is here is looking for something to get excited about. First pitch lined into right field, and that's going to short hop the wall. Irish gets it back quickly and holds Peebles to a single. He laced it into right field. It one-hopped the wall, and Irish played it really well to hold the Tennessee catcher to a single. It's just their second hit of the ball game. Peebles went after the first pitch and stung it into the right field corner. Here's Manny Marin, the third baseman. Auburn leads 4-0. They've out-hit Tennessee 6-2. Pitch to Marin on the way. And past the catcher and all the way to the backstop, and Peebles takes second on a wild pitch. He was going for an inside fastball and was too far in. 1 ball, no strikes to Marin. Dutton from the stretch. First time Tennessee's had a runner in scoring position today. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Marin, a shade under 220 in SEC play. No homers, 5 RBIs. Pitch. Another breaking ball. That's chopped foul left side past third.
They have ruled that a pass ball.
Okay.
That moved Peebles from first to second. Chase did get his glove on the ball.
Wide stance for Marin. Pitch. Lined into right center field. Irish is over. Makes the catch. And Peebles has to come back to second. He was about a third of the way to third base. Marin hit it well, but he hit it right at the Auburn right fielder. Irish made the catch for the first out. Back to the top of the order.
2 very hard hit balls.
Yep.
In this inning.
2 hardest hit balls probably of the game so far for Tennessee. Now back to the top of the order. Dutton right at 70 pitches now. Gavin Keelan is fouled out to left. He's lined out to first. Fabian in behind the runner, near the bag at second against the left-handed hitter. Playing him to pull on the infield. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball to left. Carter on the run, near the line. It's slicing away from him and into the seats. 0-1 to Keelan. It's close to where he hit it last time, just a little further to the left. Got the bleachers out beyond the left field wall. Those are not totally populated today. They've got the orange tents out there. Pitch. Breaking ball, line to right. Irish again in his tracks, makes the catch. Peebles tries to tag. The throw comes in late. And making it to third is Peebles. 2 away. And Dean Curley, the batter. Irish, I think, bobbled the ball, dropped the ball on the transfer, on the exchange.
Interesting that Peebles in the previous at-bat didn't do that, Brad, because he scores on that play if he did.
That's right.
He did not tag and go to third on that play, and he does on that second out, and Everett Tiefert is out of the – that is 3 hard-hit balls in this inning off Dutton, 2 of which have all been to right.
Yep.
2 of which have been caught by Irish in right. And Auburn's bullpen is active. Here's what we can't tell. We can't tell you who because it's completely blocked from our view.
Yeah, it's underneath the bleachers that are in foul ground out kind of beyond the corner. Meeting on the mound between Everett Tiefert and the Auburn infield. The battery. They finish up their conversation. They head back. Dean Curley, the hitter. Curley's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. 5 2/3 innings, 72 pitches for Dutton. Last week, he really had to battle through the first 3 innings against Mississippi State and then was much sharper the last 3 innings against the Bulldogs. Today, he's been good throughout. They're starting to get better swings against him, though, here in the 6th. Tigers lead 4-0. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, runner at third. First pitch to Curley on the way. Fastball, strike 1.
91. Velocity on the fastball is still there.
Mm-hmm.
The pitches have crept up
Yeah.
just a little bit. Do not leave one up to this guy.
Pitch to Curley. Ground ball to short. Fabian scoops and throws for the out.
Done. Nicely done.
Inning over. Leadoff single. Stranded at third. No runs on a hit. No errors. 1 left for Tennessee. We are through 6. Auburn 4, Tennessee nothing. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
He was the SEC Player of the Year. Sonny DeShare now joins us.
That 2021 year, I mean, so many close games. You know, if they win half of them, it's a different story. They're probably hosting a regional if they win half of those. And a lot of guys who were just kind of beat up and tired of what had happened. And so it was really good going into a locker room of guys who know what success is, because a bunch of them were on that 2019 Omaha team. They just know how to win. And so it was good to really get in there and work with them. I mean, like the Brody Moores and the Kason Howells and the Carson Skippers, those guys that had been there and been to Omaha and who were really mad about that 2021 year. It was good to kind of all of us get on the same page, because it didn't take long. We were all on the same page by week 2 or 3 of the fall. And from there, that's really where it grew out.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Four 0 Auburn leads in the series opener. We head to the 7th. Fabian, Freilich, and Carter against Tanner Franklin. And here to close this one out for us, once again, the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Fabian, Freilich, Carter, bottom third of the order for Auburn. Tigers lead it 4-0, coming to the plate in the top of the 7th. Before we get there, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Tanner Franklin to work. He was able to get the final out in the 6th. And he will get the bottom third of the Auburn order here in the 7th. Conecuh Sausage, an official sausage, the official sausage, and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, off I-65, exit 96. Derek Fabian, 0 for 1 on the day, a strikeout in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th, was thrown out trying to steal 2nd. Auburn has 4 stolen bases in the ballgame, 3 of those alone in the 3rd inning, in which the Tigers scored a run. Franklin the wind and the pitch. Fabian takes a fastball at 95 for strike 1. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Auburn. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Vols. The pitch, ground ball, 1 hopper to the third baseman, Marin. He throws to first and gets Fabian for the out. And it brings Chase Freilich to the plate. Auburn freshman catcher tapped back to the first baseman in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. Not only the second baseman, Curley, but the first baseman, Fisher, back on what would be the outfield grass with the left-handed hitting Freilich at the plate. Third baseman plays up, the pitch on the way. Fastball for strike 1. Light rain continues to fall here in Knoxville. Tigers lead at 4-0. 1 out, top of the 7th. Pitch. A little bit out, maybe a little bit up. A ball and a strike to Freilich. Franklin, the third pitcher of the game, following Coons and Doyle. 1-1. Ball 2 outside. A 2-run homer by Ike Irish in the first inning last night. A single to left by Irish in the third, and a solo home run to right by McMurray in the sixth. 2-1 pitch. Fralick takes strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Third baseman now backs up. Almost plays where the shortstop would typically play. Pitch. Fralick fouls it over the top of the Auburn dugout off the screen. 1 out, nobody on for Auburn in the top of the 7th. Franklin's fastball has been really, really lively here in the 7th. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at the slider. Fralick is down on strikes for the second time today. First strikeout for Franklin. 2 quickly gone for Auburn in the 7th, and that brings Bristol Carter to the plate. And he has struck out both times he has batted in this game. Struck out looking in the second, struck out swinging in the 5th. Franklin, the wind and the pitch to Carter. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 96. Top of the order for Auburn, and Rembert waits on deck. Wind and the pitch to Carter. Foul tip, 0-2.
Well, a lot of strikes from both Coons and Franklin the last 2 innings. Auburn's only hit since the third was McMurray's homer.
0-2 to Bristol Carter. 2 homers and 10 runs batted in for Bristol. Big right-hander. Tanner Franklin winds and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It struck him out. Franklin has set down all 4 men he's faced. We go to the bottom of the 7th in Knoxville. Auburn 4, Tennessee nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Auburn with 2 runs in the first on the Ike Irish home run. That was last night in the half inning that was played. Auburn came back, in the third inning, walked or had 3 base hits in the inning, 3 singles, 2 bunt singles, 3 stolen bases. And Ike Irish drove home Cade Ballou with Auburn's only run in that third. Tigers scored another run in the 6th on a long home run by Cooper McMurray. That accounts for all the scoring in this one. The other story, and perhaps even most importantly, is what Samuel Dutton has done in his 6 innings of work. 6 innings, he has struck out 7, given up no runs on 2 hits. 74 pitches now for Dutton, and he will get the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Tennessee in the bottom of the 7th. Andrew Fisher, Hunter Ensley, and Dalton Bargo.
They have a combined 35 home runs among them, and the swings were a lot better against Dutton last inning.
First pitch to Fisher. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Fisher is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Dutton the wind and the pitch. Fisher swings at the slider and comes up empty. 0-2. And now Auburn will go to the shift, the full shift. Dutton the wind and the pitch. Strike 3 call.
Beautiful. First pitch fastball breaking balls for the next 2.
8 strikeouts now for Fisher, 1 under his. Have we established that the 9 strikeouts last week is his career high?
Yes.
He did not do that at LSU prior.
Correct.
Okay. He's 1 under his career high now. That's 1 big out. Here's Hunter Ensley, another one. Center fielder is 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and struck out looking. Pitch on the way. Just a little bit low, 1-0.
6 of the 8 strikeouts have been looking.
That's amazing, isn't it? Against the team that is really aggressive at the plate.
Yeah.
Guevara guards the line at third. 1-0. Swinging a tapper foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Hunter Ensley.
I understand Parker Carlson is in the bullpen and warming up, ready when needed.
This is game 1 of this series. Game 2 to follow 30 minutes after this one, the completion. 1-1 pitch. Chopper foul. He was out in front.
He's gone after that slider a couple of times on the outer half.
Ball and 2 strikes to Hunter Ensley.
And he's setting up an inside fastball.
Ensley with 8 homers, 53 runs batted in. Second leading hitter on the ball club. And Dutton is ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Samuel, the wind of the pitch. This low, out of the glove of the catcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Ensley. Pitch clock is down to 5. Down to 2. And the pitch. Outside, 3-2.
Everybody complaining about the clock here. He started his motion before the clock got to 0. Pitch doesn't have to be out of your hands at 0. You got to be starting your motion.
Full count now to Ensley. Dutton shakes off the sign, gets the one he wants. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball foul. Hit it hard, but foul down the third base line and down into the corner.
This is the 6th full count for Dutton in the game. He struck out the previous 5.
Dutton has struck out 8 today. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Fabian, 2 first, 2 outs. Got him to roll over on one, didn't he?
Sure did. He hung in there. Just, Dutton's ability to throw a strike, but not too good of a strike in those kinds of counts all day long has been one of the big keys to him having the day he's had so far.
And with 2 outs and nobody on, this is Dalton Bargo.
And this is also after going through an abbreviated, but a warm-up sequence last night and going through, am I pitching tonight, am I not, and coming back today and doing it. It's been impressive.
Bargo 1 for 2, had the first base hit of the day for Tennessee in the 5th. Winding the pitch to him. A little bit up, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Bargo struck out in the 2nd, singled to right on a 1-2 pitch in the 5th. And that broke up the no-hitter.
Up to 85 pitches for Dutton.
Samuel winds and fires. Outside and high, 2 balls and no strikes. Dutton back to work. Now the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Bargo comes up empty on the change. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, Dutton's been about 40% fastball, about
2-1. Bargo back to the screen. Again, the changeup at 85.
We see that change up more and maybe toward the end of this outing. He's been about 45% fastball, 45% slider today. The changeup has just been a feature occasionally.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Dalton Bargo. Shift is on for Auburn. The wind and the pitch. Bargo lines it fair into right field near the corner. That will get to the wall. Around first base, Bargo. He's into second base with the double. Now, both of his base hits have come with 2 strikes. Tennessee has a runner in scoring position, 12th double of the year for Bargo.
Well, a 2-strike, 2-out pitch. And Bargo hammered it into the corner. He got a fastball.
Here's Levi Clark, the designated hitter.
And with Parker Carlson ready.
Here comes Everett Tieford. He is right now at 89 pitches. 2 outs here in the 7th.
First base open. DH is next, and after him is Chapman, a guy who's been swinging early in the count and under a couple of balls today.
No move to the bullpen yet for Everett Tieford. Home plate umpire Ben Levin now makes his way to the mound. I think Auburn's going to stick with Dutton to try and get this third out. Yep.
I think Samuel was doing a little advocating for himself up there too. Yeah.
Now, he gave the ball to Tieford as Tieford went to the mound. And then Everett gave the ball back to Dutton.
Yeah.
Clark is 0 for 2. He has lined hard to left and struck out swinging on the day. A runner at second base is Dalton Bargo. He's there with 2 outs. Swing on a foul tip on the first pitch to Levi Clark.
Started him with a slider. Clark aggressive. He's 2 for 22 in league play. He wants to come through here, and Dutton started him with a slider.
Has 8 home runs and 27 runs batted in. There is power up and down this lineup for Tennessee. Good lead for Bargo at second. He's there with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. It's the outside corner, a ball and a strike.
He's gotten that call more often than not today.
Light rain falling in Knoxville. It's been falling basically since about the 3rd inning today. Dutton off the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, so the velocity is certainly still there for Sam. 2 balls and a strike to Clark. Pitch on the way. Swing, fly ball deep into center, long run into the corner, and it's off the wall. Bargo scores. Clark is into second base with a double. Sixth double of the year for Clark.
Well, just his 3rd hit in conference play this season. 2-1 pitch. He was able to take it the other way.
Back-to-back doubles.
Tony Vitello is out to argue and ask for a review. The ball bounced off the top of the wall and came back into play, and he's asking them to review whether or not it was a home run.
So replay reviews presented by Jackson Services. Time to review your home's heating and cooling system. Choose Jackson Services, comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama's homes running smoothly year-round. Visit JacksonServicesCo.com. Jackson Services, official carrier authorized and official carrier authorized dealer.
So back-to-back 2-out doubles. And Tennessee is on the board for the first time today.
Double into the right field corner by Bargo and a double off the right center field wall by Clark. Clark got ahead, 2 balls and a strike. I think he was hunting fastball and got it.
And I wonder if that will be the end of the day for Sam Dutton after this review. Bottom of the order coming up, Chapman.
This review, of course, going on in Birmingham.
One of the other questions you have now, you're in the bottom of the 7th. You got 7 outs to get. Is it too early in now a 3-run game to see Ryan Hetzler?
It is. It remains a double for Levi Clark. So it remains a 4-1 Auburn lead with 2 outs and Reese Chapman to the plate. Go ahead, Brad.
No, that's what 7 outs to go. And here comes Everett Tiford. We know it'll be the end of the day for Sam Dutton. And what an effort again for Samuel here on the road in Knoxville against this lineup. He's given up a run on 4 hits to this point. And as the rain starts to fall a little bit harder, Tigers go to the bullpen. And it is Hetzler.
Well, that answers your question.
Sure does. We'll give you the information next as Auburn makes an Alabama Power call to the bullpen.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Win Creek with Comfort is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Win Creek with Comfort. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Auburn's closer, Ryan Hetzler, is on to try to nail this one down for the Tigers. Hetzler has 6 saves in 14 appearances this season. The transfer from Cal Baptist, sophomore out of Corona, California. No record, a 4.43 earned run average. 22 1/3 innings for Hetzler. 17 hits, 11 earned runs, 3 walks, 19 strikeouts. He's given up 5 doubles. He's hit 3 batters. Teams are hitting .205 against Ryan Hetzler. In SEC play, 5 saves in 8 appearances. No record and an ERA just over 6. 16 1/3 innings in 8 appearances, meaning he's averaging 2 innings per appearance. 16 hits, 11 earned runs, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts, and SEC hitters are batting .250 against Ryan Hetzler. He's on to try to get the last 7 outs of the ballgame. He pitched Tuesday against Samford, earned the save in that situation, threw just 8 pitches to get through the 9th inning at the Hoover Met. So now he is on to try to not only finish off the 7th inning, but get the 8th and the 9th as well. 6 2/3 innings for Dutton, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 8 strikeouts. He threw 93 pitches, 62 for strikes.
67% strikes today for Samuel Dutton. He would love to have one of those 2 pitches back that Bargo and Clark doubled in this inning.
Sure.
It was even with Bargo at 2-2 when Bargo doubled into the right field corner. He fell behind Clark 2-1, and then Clark almost hit it out of here to right center. And now Hetzler trying to get the final out of the inning. Get Auburn back to the dugout to try and add to what is right now a 4-1 lead. Reese Chapman against Dutton. Lined to right center field. It was run down out there by Ballou. And a fly ball to left to Bristol Carter.
And get Chapman, and you exit the inning with a 3-run lead with 2 innings to play.
Chapman has 10 homers and 40 runs batted in. Hetzler stretches. Here's the pitch. Jumps on the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Change up at 80 from Ryan Hetzler.
If they came in looking for the fastball or the slider, that's a good way to start them. Aggressive hitting team.
Clark with his lead at second base. 4-1, Auburn leads it. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up at 80. 0-2.
Might do it again.
Don't think I'd leave it over the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Chapman. Ryan comes set, steps off. Clark with his lead at second. 2 down in the inning. 0-2 the count to Chapman. Stretch of the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on 3 straight changeups. And the inning comes to a close. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 7 in Knoxville. Game 1, Auburn 4, Tennessee 1. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Auburn 4, Tennessee 1. Tigers come to the plate in the 8th. It will be the top of the order, Rembert, Ballou, and Irish, to face Tanner Franklin, who has set down all 4 men he has faced, including back-to-back strikeouts. And he gets now the top of the Auburn order here in the 8th. Game 2 of this series scheduled to begin about a half hour after this game ends. And as the inning about to begin, Javero January, he must be the crew chief.
He is, yep.
Came over to say something to Butch Thompson. Rain continues to fall. It is not a heavy rain, but a steady rain here in Knoxville.
This is not the lightest it's fallen today. It's
certainly not as heavy as it was falling last night.
No.
All right, Chris Rembert to the plate. 1 for 3, a bunt single, and a couple strikeouts. Wind and the pitch. Rembert swings and misses. That fastball has had some life to it. 94, and Auburn hadn't I don't think Auburn's put a bat on it yet. Pitch in the dirt or in the turf here. A ball and a strike to Rembert. Chris with 6 homers and 26 runs batted in.
The splits for Franklin against righties and lefties, too, are pretty substantial.
1-1. Missed inside, 2-1.
Right-handers only hitting 206, lefties 357.
And this is not a guy that walks a lot of batters either.
No.
Matter of fact, on the year, he now has 42 strikeouts, only 5 walks. 2-1. Swing, fly ball into right. Back breaks Chapman. He's at the wall. He looks up. It's gone. An opposite field home run to right by Rembert, his 7th, and Auburn gets that run right back.
That may have been the cutter, Andy, at 92, and he left it over the plate too much.
2 of Auburn's 3 home runs have been opposite field shots. Irish last night, Rembert here today, and the glad hand as he gets to the Auburn dugout, and Auburn regains that 4-run lead.
SEC Player of the Week with another multi-hit game.
And now Cade Ballou takes ball 1 low. Fell behind him, 2-1.
Yep.
5-1 Auburn on top. Pitch to Cade.
Yeah.
He had a mighty cut, and he fouled it back, a ball and a strike.
That fastball in the upper 90s, he can top out at 99. The cutter in the low 90s, I guess that's the cutter because that's where the velocity has been, although the rain could be impacting the straight 4-seamer too.
1-1 pitch to Ballou. Swing and a miss. That was 95. I think we can safely say that was the old regular fastball.
Uh-huh.
The old Roquefort rocket. Ball and 2 strikes to Ballou. Franklin, the wind and the pitch. Fouled off the left side. For Franklin, it is 5th home run he's given up this season. And 3 of those have come in SEC play. 5-1 Auburn on a leadoff home run by Rembert. Pitch, Ballou. Takes ball 2 outside and high. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Auburn. A run, 4 hits, no errors for Tennessee. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ballou. Franklin, the wind and the pitch. Ballou swings and sends it into center field, and it's caught there. Sinking liner run down by Ensley in center. Hard hit ball.
Yeah, the swings in this inning by Rembert and Ballou against Franklin much different than what we saw the previous 2.
As they have gotten deeper into the count.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's Ike Irish. He's had the best day for Auburn. A 2-run homer in the first inning last night. Singled homer run in the 3rd. Tapped out to the pitcher in the 6th.
Rains picked up a little bit, too. That was a tough play for Ensley in center field.
It was a sinking liner, hit hard, and the head coach, Tony Vitello, is out for Tennessee, and he makes a pepper tree call to the bullpen.
If what you love is getting the highest payout, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Win Coop Wetumpka is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Win Coop Wetumpka. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Brandon Arvidsson is the new pitcher for Tennessee, number 25. Arvidsson is a redshirt sophomore lefty and a big guy, 6'5", 215, out of Dripping Springs, Texas. They got him out of San Jacinto College. Arvidsson is 2-0 in 18 appearances this year, 16 of those in relief, a 4.43 earned run average, 20 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 14 runs, 10 of them earned, 13 walks, 37 strikeouts in 20 1/3 innings, nearly a 2-to-1 ratio of strikeouts per inning. He's given up 3 homers. He's thrown 3 wild pitches. Teams are batting just .195 against Brandon Arvidsson in SEC play. No record, 8 appearances, all in relief, 8 innings, 8 hits, 10 runs, 6 earned, 7 walks, 14 strikeouts, 1 homer given up. His ERA in the league is 6 3/4, and the average against him in SEC play 2.35. So Brandon Arvidsson, tall, lanky lefty, on for Tennessee. Franklin, an inning and 2/3, a run on a hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 24 pitches, 17 strikes. The home run by Rembert, really the only damage that he gave up.
And with Irish at the plate, you go to the lefty out of the pen.
Yep.
Matter of fact, it's back-to-back lefties here with Irish and McMurray set to come to the plate.
Arvidsson with a fastball in the low to mid-90s, a slider in the low to mid-80s, and a changeup in the low to mid-80s. Lefties hitting 154 against him. Right-handers 224.
Andrew Dutton back to the first base coach's box for Auburn. His brother, Samuel, was fabulous today. We've said that all year long, haven't we?
Yes,
Certainly
we have.
since the start of Southeastern Conference play.
Think about the consistency now. There hasn't been a week where you've looked at Dutton's outing and gone, well, he really struggled today.
And that includes trips to Kentucky and Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
And now Arvidsson will get Ike Irish. 3 home runs for Auburn in this game. A 2-run shot by Irish last night. McMurray solo shot in the 6th, and the leadoff solo home run by Rembert here in the 8th. 1 out, nobody on, and Irish to the plate for Auburn. First pitch from Arvidsson on the inside corner. 82 for strike 1. Ike with 12 homers, 40 runs batted in. Shows bunt, takes it low and away. They appeal to third. He did not offer at the pitch, a ball and a strike. They're playing a modified shift, and the third baseman, Marin, is back. I mean, way back.
Yeah. and way off the line.
Pitch. Ike takes strike 2. He has seen nothing but off-speed pitches so far. Now the 1-2 pitch. Dropped low. An appeal. Not even close. 2-2. A run home for Auburn here in the 8th on the home run by Rembert. 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ike Irish. Wind in the pitch. Popped it up. Into left. Third baseman is out. Bargo comes in and in foul ground makes the catch.
That was a hanging slider. And Irish, it was still high even as it dropped, and he got up under it.
2 down for Cooper McMurray. McMurray 1 for 3. Struck out looking in the first. Flied to center in the third and hit a gargantuan home run to right here in the 6th. We do not have the length of that home run, but it was a bomb. Pitch, swing, line drive, left center field. Left fielder is on. It's down for a base hit. McMurray with back-to-back base hits and a 1-out or 2-out single. And Cooper's at first.
Last weekend against State, he raised his SEC average 40 or more points.
46.
Okay.
Yeah.
46 in one series. And he had another 2-hit game against Samford and another 2-hit game here against Tennessee. That gives him 10 hits in Auburn's last 5 games.
And here's Guevara, batting right-handed against the lefty. The pitch, fastball high. Eric has popped up to first, struck out swinging, and grounded out to first. McMurray at first base, the pitch. Guevara down the third baseline, fair ball behind the bag. Third baseman throws to first and gets him on a 2-hopper. Nicely played. Marin to Fisher. A run on 2 hits, no errors. A man left for Auburn. We go to the bottom half of the 8th in Knoxville. Auburn 5, Tennessee 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Montgomery is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Montgomery. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLE.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
Two more.
you deserve this ice cold bourbon. Modelo, the market fight. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Port, Chicago, Illinois.
8, 9, and 1 hitters for Tennessee in the bottom half of the 8th. It's Peebles, Marin, and then Keelan. Ryan Hetzler came on and secured the final out of the 7th and a strikeout. You're going to have to get the big boppers at some point for Auburn to win this ball game here in game 1.
That's the trouble with this Tennessee order is they're just about all big boppers. So you will definitely have to face the top of the order. You'll get there in this inning. You'll have to go through the heart of the order to win this game. And Auburn has just had such an excellent plan of attack against this Tennessee offense. Samuel Dutton, he went to some full counts, but he didn't give up his first hit until the 5th inning. He retired the first 13 batters of the game, went to 5 full counts and finished them all with strikeouts until he got into the 7th, and then got a ground out. Didn't walk a batter today. You get in trouble with these power hitting teams by giving them free base runners, and Dutton did not do that today.
Cannon Peebles scheduled to lead it off for Tennessee. 1 for 2 with a single. Manny Marin 0 for 2 against Dutton, and Gavin Keelan 0 for 3. All right, here's Peebles to lead it off. His first look at the right-hander, Ryan Hetzler. Auburn leads it 5-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Hetzler winds and fires. Strike call on the inside corner.
It was all changeups to Chapman last inning. I think that may have been the slider to start Peebles.
Hetzler shakes off a sign. Now gets the one he wants. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. That was the fastball at 90. 0-2 to Peebles. Auburn did the shift.
Yep.
Snow to shallow right. Fabian, a couple steps on the outfield grass. 0-2 pitch to Peebles. Fly ball into left center field. Long run for Ballou. He is there. 1 out.
Read it well off the bat. With a left-handed hitter, you know it's going to slice away. And so he hustled to get over to the spot before slowing up to make the catch.
Went down to get that one, did Peebles, and lifted it into the left. 1 out. Here's Manny Marin. Excuse me, we got a pinch hitter. Austin Breedlove will bat for Marin.
Is that him or is it Jay Abernathy?
You know what? It's Abernathy. The pitch to him. Fastball. Strike. Abernathy hitting 281. No homers, 8 runs batted in the pitch. Ground ball up the middle and underneath the glove of Snow in the center. A 1-out single and a pinch hit single for Abernathy.
And they brought in the left-handed batter against the righty Hetzler. And he comes through. Abernathy started 13 games for him in league play.
Now you go to the top of the order. And here is Gavin Keelan. Runner at first, 1 out for the Vols. Pitch on the way. Ground ball could be 2. Snow to Fabian to first. That's a double play. 4-6-3. And that's our defensive play of the game presented by Cook's Pest Control. Don't forget to add pest control to your lineup, from keeping mosquitoes away to protecting against termites and clearing cobwebs. Spring cleaning isn't done until you call Cook's Pest Control. Snow, Fabian to McMurray. Inning over. We go to the 9th. Auburn 5, Tennessee 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout, yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game, plus home men's and women's basketball games, baseball and softball. Live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste, because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper. Modelo. You are a fighter. Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Auburn has Snow, Fabian, and Freilich due up in the 9th inning, leading Tennessee 5-1 in the series opener. And Tennessee makes a Pepper Tree pitching change. They call on Austin Breedlove, a 6'2", 200-pound junior right-hander out of Chattanooga and the McCallie School. They get him out of Cleveland State Community College. Breedlove this year 2-0 in 17 appearances, 15 in relief, a 2.60 earned run average, no saves, 17 in the third innings pitched, 16 hits allowed, only 6 runs, only 5 of those earned. He's only walked 3 in 17 in the third innings. He struck out 22. Opposition batting .242 against Austin Breedlove. He's only given up 1 extra base hit, a double, all season long. In SEC play, Breedlove 3 outings, 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, Teams are 3 for 6 against him in SEC play. So he carries an earned run average of 27 in the league.
Couple defensive replacements for Tennessee as well. Dalton Bargo comes in from left, and he plays third. And Jay Abernathy, who had the pinch single, moves to left field. So Abernathy in left, Ensley in center, Chapman in right. On the infield, Fisher, Curley, Bargo, and Keelan. And it will be Snow, the first to face Breedlove. And the pitch to him, this is upstairs for ball 1. Eric with a single in the second, stole a base, was stranded at third, since then has flied out twice to center. Stretch, here comes the pitch. Hitting. Came up and in. I don't know if that got him on the shoulder, but he is aboard with a leadoff hit batter. And here is Fabian for the Tigers. 0 for 2 with a walk. Gabe Gross flashes signs. Third baseman Bargo is up. Stretch by Breedlove. Here comes the pitch. He showed bunt, took it low. Good block by the catcher, Peoples. 1-0.
Can't have enough offense against this Tennessee team. Now time called. The Tennessee pitching coach is out. They don't like what they've seen from Breedlove here right away. A hit batter and then one that was nowhere close.
I hadn't thrown a pitch in the strike zone yet.
Nope.
That was that short meeting.
That's the shortest mound visit I think I've ever seen.
Throw strikes.
Yeah.
That's about all the time he had to say.
I couldn't have said much more.
No. There is a lefty warming up in the pen for the balls. 1-0 the count to Fabian, and a throw to first. Derek did not indicate if he were to bunt there. And Snow back to the bank. Auburn could do some running here as well. Eric gets a pretty good lead over there. Breedlove comes set. Stretch pitch. Fabian shows bunt, takes it high. 2-0.
Not a bad idea. Kind of think there you're going to get something really good to hit. He's going to serve one up, but he didn't. That pulls the third baseman in. Fabian could also slash here.
Bargo remains up at third in the pitch. And he tried to bunt that one and came up empty, 2-1. He was trying to push that up the first base side. Gabe Gross with new signs from the Auburn dugout. Leadoff man on base, Eric Snow hit by a pitch. Auburn 5, Tennessee 1. We're in the top of the 9th. 2 balls and a strike. Throw to first again. This time Fabian did show bunt, and Bargo was charging from third. He was as close as where a third baseman playing fast pitch softball would be. That's how close.
No, he was 45, 50 feet from the plate.
Fabian shows bunt. Runner goes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. No throw to second base. Stolen base for Snow.
Fabian pulled that bat back. It's Eric's second stolen base of the game. And
third of the season.
Yeah. I had the idea there. A little slash and run.
5th stolen base of the day for Auburn. 2-2 pitch to Fabian. Here it is. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, just tried too hard there. Reached across, and that was off the outside corner. And that'll be it. He was in there to get and
right-handers,
out.
Yeah, they're with Fralick coming up, they'll go to a left-hander out of the pen. As once again, Tennessee makes the pepper tree call to the bullpen.
If what you write is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Win Creek Wetumpka is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Win Creek Wetumpka. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
35.
Yep. New pitcher for Tennessee is number 35, Michael Sharman. Sharman. Sharman, a redshirt junior left-hander, 6'1", 198 pounds, out of Etowah High School in Woodstock, Georgia, and Georgia Highlands College. Sharman, 14 appearances, 13 in relief. He's 3-1 with a 3.71 earned run average. 17 innings pitched, 13 hits, 7 earned runs, 7 walks, and 20 strikeouts. He's given up 5 doubles and a homer. Team's batting .203 in 17 innings against Michael Sharman. 3.71 the ERA. In SEC play, Sharman 0-1. He's pitched twice, a third of an inning. 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 runs. The hit that he gave up was a double. Teams are 1 for 2 against him in SEC play. And an earned run average of 54 in the league. He's a lefty. He's on to face the lefty, Chase Fralick. And I just wonder, regardless of what happens here, if they go to a righty.
Well, there's one in the pen.
Go to him
warming
next.
up, I mean.
It may be that Sharman is in there just for Fralick, and that's it.
Chase is 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out to the first baseman and struck out swinging twice. Auburn with a runner at second base in Snow, hit by a pitch to open the inning. Fabian struck out, and with Fralick coming up, Tennessee goes to Michael Sharman.
5th pitcher of the game for, 5th pitcher of the day for Tennessee.
Gabe Gross is going to call timeout. He would like to talk to Snow. And he wants to talk to Carl Nonemaker as well. That meeting is done. Snow jets back to second base. And here's Chase Fralick. Fralick batting .354 with runners in scoring position, .366 with runners on base. Auburn with a 5-1 lead. Third baseman plays even with the bag. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Fralick takes it low.
There's a big hole on the left side of
Sure
the
is.
infield. Keelan is playing near the bag at second. And to the right of the bag at second is also a pretty big hole as Curley plays Fralick to pull at second base.
Stretch and the pitch. Outside ball 2. Snow with a good lead down at second base. Sharman comes set. 2-0 to Fralick, the pitch. Ball 3 outside. 3 straight pitches off the outside corner. He really hadn't been that close.
No. Again, just his 3rd appearance in SEC play. He's pitched a lot in non-conference.
Bristol Carter on deck for Auburn. Tigers with a 5-1 lead in the top of the 9th in game 1 of this series. Here's the pitch. And Fralick walks on 4 pitches.
And none of them close.
For the right-hander coming up, does Tennessee go back to the bullpen here? Yes. Here comes Tony Vitello. If you're going to have a guy walk it, why don't you just intentionally walk him there? All right, first and second for Auburn. 1 out in the 9th. Bristol Carter coming to the plate for Auburn. Do you think about pinch hitting here and put Steele up there?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Or Terrell.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. A right-hander coming in this pepper tree call to the bullpen.
If your team life is getting your highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Win Cricket Comfort is your kind of fact.
Thank you.
No matter what fabulous AMC, you'll find it here. Win Cricket Comfort. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, this time on the Pepper Tree pitching change for Tennessee, it is Andrew Banke. Banke, B-E-H-N-K-E. Banke, a lefty, 5'10", 183, from Nashville's Donaldson Christian Academy. And the southpaw this year is 2-0 in 10 appearances, all in relief. They've been short outings, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's given up a couple of homers. Earned run average with his 2-0 record is 5.40. Team's batting .267 against Andrew Banky. In an SEC play, he has not given up a run. 3 outings, an inning and a third. So he's gotten 4 outs in 3 appearances. No record, no earned run average, 1 walk, no strikeouts, no hits against him. Banky is on. He becomes the 6th pitcher of the day and the 7th of the game for Tennessee, with still another game scheduled to play today. And Auburn leading 5-1 in the top of the 9th with 2 on and 1 out. 2 free base runners on.
Yeah, Snow was hit by a pitch to open the inning, still second. And with 1 out, Fralick facing Sharman was walked on 4 straight pitches. And even with Bristol Carter coming to the plate for Auburn, a right-handed hitter, Tennessee goes with a lefty here, as Auburn tries to add some insurance to a 5-1 lead in the top of the 9th. Game 2 set to begin, we've been told, 30 minutes after this game ends.
Now, lefties have hit better against him than right-handers.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Bristol Carter is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts on the day. He bats with runners at first and second and 1 out in the Auburn 9th. Snow at second and Fralick at first. The stretch and the pitch. He shows bunt. Bunts at first base side to the first baseman, who tags the runner going by. Got him. And runners move up to second and third. And now Rembert to the plate for Auburn.
I don't mind this situation here. It'll take a 2-out hit, but Rembert, SEC Player of the Week, he homered in his last at bat, has 2 hits today. You got 2 in scoring position for him.
It is a sacrifice for Carter. It moves the runners up to second and third. And here is Rembert, who homered his last time up. Pitch. Miss low. The ball and no strikes to Rembert. 2 for 4 on the day, a couple strikeouts. He's walked, stolen a base, and homered to right, with Snow at third and Fralick at second base for Auburn. Benke. The wind and pitch. Rembert takes the strike on the outside corner. It's an odd motion, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He kind of almost flings that hand out and back before he brings it forward.
Now the 1-1 to Rembert. Here it is. Hit him. And the bases are loaded for Ballou.
Tennessee carried a 3-0 lead into the 9th inning in the opener against LSU last week in Baton Rouge. But they made errors and they gave up free base runners. And LSU came all the way back to win it. 6-3 in the bottom of the 9th. Free base runners again an issue here in the 9th today for Tennessee.
2 hit batters and a walk, and here's Ballou, the pitch to Cade. Bounces up there past the catcher, and here comes Snow, or rather, yes, it was Snow to score, and Auburn now leads 6-1. The runners move up to second and third.
A hit batter, a walk, a sacrifice, another hit batter, and a wild pitch, and Auburn adds an insurance run.
6-1 Tigers on top. Fralick to third and Rembert to second. And Ballou at the plate, 1-0. Cade swings and misses. Came up empty. 6-1, Auburn leads it now. The wind and the pitch. Miss low, 2-1. As Brad mentioned, 2 hit batters, a walk, and a wild pitch in this inning. And Auburn has added another run. 2-1 pitch. Ballou fouled it back. He was out in front. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ballou. Tennessee will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up in the bottom of this inning. Auburn will have at least a 5-run lead. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Benke to Ballou. Miss low and away. Full count.
They don't want any part of Ike Irish coming up
No,
next.
they do not.
He should get something hittable here.
Full count pitch to Ballou. Here it is. High fly ball down the right field line in foul ground, and it's caught by the right fielder. Chapman, in the inning is over. A run, no hits in the inning. Tigers leave 2 men on. We go to the bottom of the ninth in Knoxville. Auburn on top by a score of 6-1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health. Bottom half of the ninth in Knoxville. Auburn leads Tennessee by a score of 6-1. It will be Curley, Fisher, and Ensley to face Ryan Hetzler. Some more Diamond Dry applied to the mound as Auburn looks to secure a Game 1 win here against the Vols.
Let's go through while we have a little extra time here and Ryan goes through his warm-ups for the ninth inning. For stations down the line and for the audience in general, what we're going to do at the end of this game, we will broadcast our regular post-game format. We will not have interviews down on the field after this game because they've told us they're going to play the second game 30 minutes after the first one. That's a much faster turnaround time than you usually see when you're trying to play 2 games in a day. And so it'll be a full post game just with shorter segments. And
now we've been told it will be 45 minutes in between the game.
Okay. All right. Well,
still
same protocol.
Right.
We will just have more time. We literally just got that note. It'll be 45 minutes before game. So we're going to have post game. No interviews on the field. We'll do those after the second game today. We will have bonus programming before we come back on a few minutes before first pitch. We'll have no pregame for the second game today. We'll just come on ready to kind of set the lineups and call game 2. Hopefully it will be the Tigers going for a series win. They need 3 more outs to do so.
Ryan Hetzler will face Dean Curley, Andrew Fisher, and Hunter Ensley in the ninth, with Auburn on top 6-1. Curley, in his 3 at-bats against the starter Samuel Dutton, was 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Hetzler winds and fires, and Curley takes ball 1 high. I think that's the first pitch that Hetzler has thrown outside the strike zone.
Yes, it is.
1-0 pitch. Ball 2 outside. Hetzler peers over the glove. Waits for Curley to get back in the box. 2-0 pitch. All 3.
Ooh. Close.
.30 pitch to Curley. Strike right down the middle. 3-1 against a dangerous hitter, Dean Curley. 11 homers and 35 runs batted in. Batting .297 the pitch. He walked it. Oh, got a strike. And Curley would like some more. Stick him on the bat.
Okay, that's what they do, I think, when they disagree. They walk away and get some more stick 'em.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Curley.
Chance for Hetzler here to really drive a nail in.
Yeah, it sure would. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball left side. Guevara to his left, throws to first, high but out, 1 down.
Ball looked like it was going to bounce out there and get through the hole. Guevara did a good job to get there in time going to his left.
1 out, and here's Andrew Fisher. First baseman is 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a strikeout looking. Auburn pitching has struck out 9 today, 8 from the starter, Samuel Dutton.
Tennessee 1-5 this season when trailing going to the 9th.
Winding the pitch to Fisher. Strike. Top 10 battle between Auburn and Tennessee this weekend. 0-1. Missed inside. Ball and a strike to Fisher. Auburn trying to get a game 1 win, leading 6-1, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Hetzler with the wind and the pitch. Strike. Fastball in there for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. That was the changeup. That's been his best pitch since coming in.
I agree.
A ball and 2 strikes to Fisher. Wind and delivery. Bounced up there. 2-2.
Boy, if Fisher keeps his foot down right there, it might have hit the back foot.
It appears that the rain has stopped for the time being here in Knoxville. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Fisher. The pitch to him. Ball 3 inside. It's gone to a 3-2 count on the first 2 hitters of the inning. He coaxed a ground out from Curley. Now the 3-2 to Fisher. Ground ball, base hit into right through the shift. Fisher's aboard.
Yeah, between Fabian and Snow, they were both over there on that side of things, but it was hit hard enough to get past them both.
And here's Hunter Ensley with a runner at first and 1 out. Against Dutton, Ensley was 0 for 3. A couple ground outs and a strikeout. It's hard to really communicate how effective and good Samuel Dutton was today.
I agree.
Just fabulous.
Maybe his best location of the year.
Fisher at first, 1 out. Pitch to Ensley. It's a strike. Dutton went 6 2/3 innings. He threw 93 pitches, 62 per strikes, gave up a run on 4 hits with 8 strikeouts and no walks. He just didn't give Tennessee anything.
No.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front. Off-speed delivery, 0-2 to Hensley.
So much of that is giving in. Now, he got strike 1 a lot. He was ahead in counts through plenty of strikes. But even when he got behind, he really set the tone with the at-bat to Bargo in the 2nd inning. He fell behind 3-0, came back and got the strikeout.
0-2 to count to Ensley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down and away. And there are 2 outs. 2nd strikeout for Hetzler. 10th strikeout for Auburn on the day. And it brings Dalton Bargo to the plate. Bargo's had a good day for Tennessee. He has 2 of Tennessee's 5 base hits.
He was the first to reach against Dutton in the 5th inning.
Back-to-back doubles in the 7th accounts for Tennessee's only run. He had the first of those. Auburn does not hold. Fisher at first now with 2 outs. The pitch. Bargo takes it inside for ball 1.
Mercy. And even the Tennessee fans that have been against the strike zone all day thought that was a strike.
1-0 the count to Dalton Bargo. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, the runner at first. Pitch on the way. Strike, 1-1. Game 2, 45 minutes after the completion of this one. Auburn trying to wrap up a Game 1 win, leading 6-1 with 2 outs and a runner at first in the 9th. Stretch by Hetzler. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Strong finish for Hetzler, too, trying to wrap up a 7-out save.
Shift is on for the Tigers. A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Bargo. Hetzler peers in, gets the sign, comes set at the belt. And the pitch home. Lined foul. Up the left side, off the screen, down the left field line into the corner. Again, Hetzler a strike away from closing this one out. Ryan comes set. Another 1-2 to Bargo. Missed high and outside, 2-2. Brad mentioned Tennessee didn't have a hit until the 5th. That's how good Dutton has been or was today.
13 in a row retired to start the game.
Hetzler a stretch in the pitch. Ball 3 outside. And with 2 down and a runner at first, Fisher gets an early start. Game 2 today, we believe. Cam Tilley for Auburn, Marcus Phillips for Tennessee. Full count pitch from Hetzler to Bargo. Nope, a throw to first. There was nobody there for Auburn. There was nobody there. And that's a balk. Can't throw to an unoccupied base.
He did that because the pitch clock was winding down. The pitch clock was down to 2.
Well,
and out of I guess.
Well, you know what? If he did it because of that, at least the batter's still at the plate.
Correct.
Instead of ball 4.
Correct. So I don't know if he did that on purpose or it was just force of habit. But
right.
I think that's why he threw over.
And Fisher now at second base. And a 3-2 count to Bargo. Hetzler stretches. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball foul, pass first. 6-1 Auburn.
That last out's never easy when
No,
you're
it
facing one of the top 10 teams in the country.
2 in the first for Auburn. Single runs in the 3rd, 6th, 7th, 3rd, 6th, 8th, and 9th. Runner at second, 2 down, bottom of the 9th. Full count now to Bargo. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball to the right side to the second baseman, to Hetzler covering. He got him. Ball game over. 4-1 put out, and we'll get a review.
Wow. They had him played defensively in the shift, had him played perfectly. Hetzler broke a little late getting to the bag. And, Andy, we don't have a monitor in our booth, so
No.
we're not going to be able to tell you anything that because we don't see it.
Now, many times we've had a monitor and we were still wrong.
That's a good point.
At least I was wrong. Let me put it that way.
That's a good point.
Oh, thank you.
So Auburn, no, not that.
Oh, okay.
So Auburn stays on the field.
What I think is still going to hold up as a fabulous play to end the game, 4-1. Nice job by Hetzler to get to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then the throw from Snow to him to get that out.
Tennessee fans are convinced he's out. Yep.
He is. Ball game. Auburn 6, Tennessee 1. Tigers take game 1. Stay tuned. Regions Bank postgame show is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Auburn University, we're not just learners, we're doers. In every corner of the state, Auburn men and women put knowledge to work, fueling the state's economy.